Alright, so Derek here. We got back home from the trip days ago, like 4 days now, and we filmed the whole thing on and off. I didn't get as much footage as Josh. Josh is doing a full documentary of the trip, but I don't have enough footage to do my own, so he's going to do that. And what I've decided to do is I've gotten a ton of footage of the 41-hour drive home. That's right, 41 hours. Started off nice. It started to fall apart it was quite bad. I'm going to edit that all together and show you the torture that we went through to get back here. Hopefully that to the effect that nobody will ever make the same mistake that we did and drive for 41 hours through desert to get back home. It all started innocently enough. No big deal. We had done a almost 24-hour drive to the Grand Canyon. We stopped in Gallup before the Grand Canyon, but we were like, well, if we get it shouldn't be that bad. We can totally do that. We'll all just shift around as driver. Josh started. As you can see, we're all having a good time. Just taking in the sights as we went, enjoying some music, just hanging out in the car.
Here's the bass breakdown.
Everybody buckled up?
Sick.
Everybody buckled up. Here it is, here it is, here it is.
Oh!
When we made it to our first night, that's when things started to fall apart. Josh had started his shift, the shift from Yosemite, and we made it, I don't remember where we made it. We made it at some gas station.
Daisy.
Josh is making a peanut butter slice. I don't even know if it's technically a sandwich.
Roll down the windows.
It's gonna take a couple hours. You trying to get your fart out?
Yep.
That's not gonna help, buddy.
Then me, Ryan, and Connor took shifts all through the night, made it to Albuquerque, I think. After Albuquerque, actually, I remember I made it to Amarillo, and I was so tired I was nodding off at the wheel, so we had to swap. And Josh took back over for some reason. Now, from this point on, Josh is our driver. Keep in mind, Josh has already driven his shift once. He drove from Yosemite all the way to... We ended up swapping somewhere in New Mexico at that gas station with Ryan. And then me, Ryan, and Connor, as I said, went through that night with me and Josh swapping out in Amarillo. So Josh has driven a while. By the time we had gotten to Dallas, we were so tired and delusional that we didn't know how to keep awake, and nobody was well rested enough to actually swap.
When do you think I'm gonna be able to go home? I'm cold. It's cold.
We'll make it home, buddy.
I don't think we're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it, Cash Money. We'll make it home.
I need you. I need you.
At this point in the drive, it's honestly quite painful. We're all tired and annoyed. At some point, Ryan carves out a hole in the luggage and sleeps in the luggage. By the time we get to Dallas, we're at about 32 hours at the drive, and we've all pretty much lost our minds. And me, Josh, and Christian, I don't remember whose idea it was, probably Christian's, as he was the co-pilot at the point in time, decided that we needed to dance for like 8 hours to stay awake. And first it was a joke.
Oh my gosh.
And then we slowly realized this is the only way that we could possibly stay awake. So we end up turning on as much rave music and techno music and pop music as we can and dancing. And I kid you not, I don't even have all the footage. We danced from Dallas all the way through Dallas. We found Terrell.
Found Terrell. He's a water tower.
And went all the way home. And this goes on.
Where you at? My nigga Big Huey. Nigga Gas Money. I'm Dookie Doo. We be Dallas.
On the way home.
Headed to Shreveport.
Oh my god. Wait. There's an 8-hour loop of this.
8 hours. 8-hour loop. Is it really? Let's see how long we can hold out. Yo. 26 mean. I'm going home, my home, please.
And on.
Go ahead, drop it. Where's your trumpet? Trumpet, man. Where's my trumpet, man?
And on. And we had been at this point since Dallas, driving for about 8 to 10 hours. We stop a couple of times, still dancing during the stops. We get all the way back to Picayune. We stopped a little bit before Picayune. It was night. Some of us had finally been able to get some sleep with Ryan crawling in the back. But we get back to Picayune, and it is a joyful moment. Met with a lot of jubilee. No dancing. Definitely not any dancing. We were done with that crap. There was still music, though.
Back, boys. We're back. It's good to be back, boys. Ahoy there! We're home, Sam.
Yay.
We made it. Hey.
We're back to garbage dump.
Miss, turn up.
Trip miss. 2016. We're home. We've done it. We have
41
traveled
hours.
America, at least to the West Coast. That's all she wrote.
I can't back up.
We're done.
Back window.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. And so at the end of it all, the trip all the way up till that journey home was absolutely amazing. One of the best experiences of my life. But once we hit that 41-hour drive, and when we calculated it, it was only supposed to be like a 33-hour drive, but with stops and meandering as we do, it ended up We calculated it to be like 41 hours plus some minutes, and I will never ever do that again. I don't think, even with 5 people to swap out, it was absolutely dreadful. But in the end, the experience is what matters, and we have it now. That's for sure. So yeah, I'm not doing that again.